Hello students, in this unit number 4 of General Organic Chemistry, we will be studying about the IUPAC nomenclature of alkenes and alkynes, that is called unsaturated hydrocarbons. Along with pure alkene and pure alkyne, we will be also seeing the examples where we have alkene as well as alkyne present together in a particular compound. So let us begin with the rules of the unsaturated hydrocarbons IUPAC. The very first rule which we see here is quite different than normal alkanes rule. According to this rule, we have to select a particular chain in the compound where double or triple bond should be present. So if at all we get a longer chain without a double bond, we should not select it. What is the meaning is like this. In this particular example, the natural instinct is to select this long chain with 6 carbon atoms. But if you select another chain in this direction, we can see this has a lesser number of carbon atoms. But since the 5 carbon chain contains a double bond, that is a correct chain, and the other, although longer, should not be selected as a long chain. Once you know this rule, most of the names become very easy. Basic hint in this one is all the importance is given only to the unsaturation, double bond or triple bond, and no other importance is given to merely long chain or side chains as we were doing in alkanes. Another rule for this is giving the lowest number, lowest locant rule. For example, in this one, we can give the numbers as 1, 2, 3 and 4 such that the double bond gets a number between 1 and 2. Let us imagine the second example. In this case, if you number as 1 and 2, the double bond gets number between 1 and 2. So that is taken as correct. Some students make a mistake of numbering this example from right to left, considering methyl group is given importance. But that is completely incorrect because methyl group is not given any importance at all. Now imagine an example wherein we have a case where we have a double bond as well as a triple bond. Now we have to be very careful in such example. We have to number in both the directions. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that is from left to right. Here the numbers are present for triple bond between 1 and 2 and double bond between 4 and 5. So the numbers which we consider are 1 for triple bond, 4 for the double bond. But we have to without fail give numbers in the reverse direction also, which will be in the reverse direction number 1 to 6. Now here you can see right to left the numbers are coming as 2 for double bond, 5 for triple bond. So between these two sets we can clearly understand 1 and 4 is a smaller number set which is to be selected and a larger set is not to be selected. This is a very important rule to be followed whenever you are having double as well as triple bond in the same compound. We will consider some more cases of this pattern also. Let us assume another rule here where if you are having more than one double bonds, then we call them as diene. If there are more than two, that means three double bonds, you call them triene. For example, in this example, we can see there is a straight chain of 4 carbon atoms. Double bond are present on the right hand side, so we start numbering in that direction. So one double bond is present between 1 and 2, another is between 2 and 3. So the name for this is written as buta 1, 2 diene. Buta 1, but indicates 4 carbon. If the double bond is repeated, we add another letter A in the spelling. 1 indicates double bond is between 1 and 2, and 2 indicates double bond is between 2 and 3. Imagine another example. Here also we are having 4 carbon atoms, but the double bonds are between 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. In this case, I could have numbered even from left to right. It will give me the same result. So the name of this would be buta 1,3 diene. Now imagine some complications where we have alkene as well as alkyne both are present together. So in this case, imagine this particular example. Here when you number them from left to right, the numbers are between 1 and 2 triple bond, between 3 and 4 there is a double bond. So the name of the compound will be 5 carbon atoms, that's why pent. You can see how the name structure is written. First we write in followed by ine. In the spelling it should be only en, not ene. So the name becomes pent 3 in and 1 ine. Imagine another rule for such thing. Suppose this is an example where the numbers are for triple bond between 1 and 2, and for double bond it is 5 and 6. But if I number this from reverse direction, the numbers are coming out to be same. So this is a rule to be followed when double and triple bond gets same number from both the directions. At that time, preference should be given to the double bond. That means minimum number should be given to the double bond, higher number can be given to the triple bond. So this becomes 6 carbon atom chain, that's why hex, 1 in and 5 ine. Also you can observe a mistake which most of the students commit. If there is one double bond and one triple bond, names are not to be written as penta or hexa. If double bond is repeated or triple bond is repeated, only then the name spellings are penta or hexa. These are the rules for our alkenes as well as alkynes. We come to one last small part about how to convert IUPAC names into structures. For example, if a name is given to you as 3-ethyl 5-methyl heptane. So when you write it, there are two ways of drawing the structure. One with the carbon skeleton and second in bond line. So we will study first how to convert into carbon skeleton form. Whenever we get a name, read the last part of the name, that is heptane, and draw the 7 carbon atoms chain without writing any hydrogen. Now number it on your own, either from left to right or right to left to right, whichever way you want it. And in this step we add the side chains. So I have numbered here from left to right. On third position I have taken ethyl, fifth position I have taken methyl. Now our last step, just fill up the hydrogen atoms and write the final structure. This was an example for pure alkane. Now imagine an example with alkene, 2-methyl hept 3-ene. So step number 1, we draw 7 carbon atoms. Step number 2, we add the double bond as well as the side chain. So on second carbon methyl, on third and fourth in between double bond. Now place the hydrogen atoms and complete the structure. This was about taking carbon skeleton in use. If I have to do this in bond line notations, imagine this way, and we draw first of all 5 carbon atoms chain. On this, once again we write second position methyl and third position ethyl also in bond line, and that's all. Here we don't have to do anything else and our structure is ready. Let us do one more example with a double bond. Pent 1 in. So first we draw the 5 carbon atom chain. Then we write in the second step the double bond between first and second, and we add methyl on the fourth carbon. This completes our all the IUPAC nomenclature of alkanes, alkenes, alkynes and mixed unsaturated compounds. In the next video, we will be seeing the functional groups IUPAC nomenclature.